Hello students, good morning all of you. Today I Rabindra Mohan Mishra from Sri Jagdamba Sanskrit College Batho am taking the class of Shastri II. We have learnt or seen many question and answers of the novel The Old Man and the Sea. Some explanations are also seen by us. Today we see later more important explanation from the novel The Old Man and the Sea. Today's first paragraph is I have never seen or heard of such a face, but I must kill him. I am glad we do not have to try to kill the stars. Imagine if each day a man must try to kill the moon. He thought the moon runs away. Then he was sorry for the great face that had nothing to eat, and his determination to kill him never relaxed in his sorrow for him. There is no one worthy of eating him from the manner of his behavior and his great dignity. I do not understand these things, he thought, but it is good that we do not have to try to kill the sun or the moon or the stars. It is enough to live on the sea and kill our true brothers. These lines have been taken from the novel The Old Man and the Sea. These are written by Ernest Hemingway. Hemingway was one of the greatest novelists and story writers of modern America. His novel portray the real events honestly, in which toughness and courage are the rule rather than the exception. In these lines, the writer acquainted us about a great fish and its beautiful nature. Again, we come across many beautiful scenery of the seashore. In these above lines, we find that this passage is found at the end of the third day related by the novella, as Santiago struggles with the Merlin. He reflects upon the nature of the universe and his place in it. He displays both pity for the shape and an unflagging determination to kill it, because the Merlin's death helped to reinvigorate the fisherman's life. The predatory nature of this exchange is inevitable, for just as hawks will continue to hunt warblers, men will continue to kill marlin, and sharks will continue to rob them of their catches. The cruelty of this natural order is subverted, however, because of the kinship Santiago feels for his prey. His opponent is worthy, so worthy, in fact, that he later goes on to say that it does not matter who kills whom. There is, in the old man's estimation, some sense to this order. Man can achieve greatness only when placed in a well matched contest against his earthly brothers. To find glory, Santiago does not need to extend himself beyond his animal nature by looking to the sun or the stars. In short, these lines teaches us that we should be generous towards animals also. We should follow the rule of live and let live. Now we come across the second paragraph of the novel The Old Man and the She. Today's second paragraph is as such. Then the face came alive with his death in him and rose high out of the water, showing all his great length and width, and all his power and his beauty. He seemed to hang in the air above the old man in the skiff. Then he fell into the water with a crash that sent a spray over the old man and over all of the skiff. These lines have been taken from the novel The Old Man and the She. These lines are written by Ernest Hemingway. Hemingway was one of the greatest novelists and short story writers of modern America. His novels portray the real events honestly, in which toughness and courage are the rule rather than the exception. In these lines, we say that Merlin is totally sacrificed to his master. Now the Merlin obeys his command of master. In these above lines, The killing of the Merlin, which occurs on the fourth day of the narrative, marks the climax of the novel. The end of the Merlin's life is the most vital of moments as the face comes alive with his death in him and exhibits to Santiago more strongly than ever before all his power and his beauty. The face seems to transcend his own death because it invests him with a new life. This notion of transcendence is important for it resounds within Santiago's story. Like the face, the old man suffers something of a death on his way back to the village. He is stripped of his quarry and given his age will likely never have the opportunity to land such a magnificent fish again. Nevertheless, he returns to the village with his spirit and his reputation revitalized. In short, we conclude that here the narrator introduces the relationship between Merlin and Santiago. Merlin, the simple explanation of their relationship conveys just how deeply fishing has bonded with them. In this way, this line teaches us that we should be generous towards all living beings. Good night. Have a nice day. Thanks. Good night.